I didn't really think I would be making another video like this for a long while, simply because I'm not that interested in Call of Duty content in general, and much less in people who constantly complain how everything about Call of Duty is bad, yet they pre-order the game every year with the deluxe edition with no fail. And one such person is who we'll be taking a look at today, that being none other than BlameTruth. And yes, it is the same BlameTruth who threatened another creator by the name of Krillix with copyright abuse, because Krillix dared to disagree with him.
But the point is, terrible commentary. Most of the video is actually just me, and if I was a real big dick, I'd just copyright strike him. But I'm not. Maybe I will now, I don't know. I am kind of feeling pretty dickish for Christmas.
So yeah, definitely a great sign of a mentally stable individual when you have such a fragile ego that one person responding to you makes you think you can abuse the copyright system to take his video down, but you responding to him is magically a different story. This guy would make Quantum TV blush. Now the reason why I am even making this video isn't because of that, but more because it's that time of the month again for BlameTruth. And luck would have it that I was actually watching this video with Krillix on Discord, who is the one who even showed me this video in the first place, and both of us could not stop laughing at the absolute stupidity on display here. So I figured I might as well share. So sit back and relax as we witness both of BlameTruth's brain cells on full display here.
The truth always has a way of coming out, whether you want to acknowledge it or not.
You gotta love how he starts the video by showing a doctored image. Really puts his full credibility on display. What you're seeing on screen right now are the actual Steam reviews, and apart from the obvious, that being that the picture on BlameTruth's image is completely wrong, since it just says Call of Duty and not Season 5 Modern Warfare 2 Warzone. But also, if we went with BlameTruth's image, it would mean that the game had only 2 reviews throughout its entire life cycle and got only 304 more during Season 5 alone, which I don't even have to explain why that is completely retarded. Much like BlameTruth himself.
Whether you want to speak it or not, it always finds its way to the surface.
Says the guy who is trying to lie about the reviews. Pretty fucking ironic if you ask me. Oh, and if anyone tries to claim that the mixed reviews in the actual reviews are some gotcha moment, well, best keep that same energy with the game he'll be playing throughout this whole video.
Always comes out. So you might as well just tell the truth from the get-go. Whether you're lying to yourself, other people, whatever.
This guy cannot be this fucking unself-aware. There's no defending it. He is just genuinely fucking retarded. And we're only 20 seconds into the video. I don't even know how it is possible for him to somehow get worse and worse every time, but then again, I think that part I said in my previous video about him molding so much he got brain damage might have genuinely been correct.
What you're seeing right here is the truth. It's the truth personified. Call of Duty recently rebranded to just Call of Duty on Steam.
So in short, you've just proven how that whole segment has been a complete lie. Got it.
And this is going to have every single Call of Duty under the umbrella. So they could hide their bad player counts, they could hide the mixed to negative reviews they've been getting lately, etc., etc.
Damn bro, that's crazy. Do you have a source for that? Oh wait.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Modern Who Cares 3 is coming out soon, and it's clear as day they want to protect it, but as you can see, people are a step ahead, and they're already review bombing the series. And you could say, well, that's not indicative of the actual quality of the game. That's people review bombing. You have to really look at this, though. Really look at this and see this is the series' biggest fans.
Holy fucking shit. I told you he's on his period. But no, the vast majority of people don't give a shit about Steam reviews or Call of Duty bad content on YouTube. They buy the game if it looks fun to them. If what you're saying is true, then Sony wouldn't have freaked the fuck out so hard that they effectively reduced the FTC's funding by 25% when they tried to back them up, all over a thought of losing exclusivity bonuses for Call of Duty on PlayStation. But of course, expecting this guy to think is like expecting a fish to swim in thin air.
They're already there because they are not happy with the game. And they see exactly what Activision's trying to do. They're trying to pad their numbers again, because guess what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to show the Steam charts yet again. I've showed them before. We're going to show them again here because it's relevant. I hate to keep showing you the obvious downtrend, but no, some midget bitch with big titties that raps ain't going to save this dog shit franchise.
And the charts look like this. If anything, this game has one of the most stable charts I've seen for a game, and that's saying something. Like shit. The 24-hour peak is consistently getting over 20% of the all-time peak, and that is pretty fucking solid. And you know this. Which is why you'll be stalling to show the charts until every person with a brain clicked off your video. And quite frankly, if I wasn't paid to sit here and listen to your spat ass, I would have done it a long time ago. Also, if those charts are somehow bad and definitive proof that the game is terrible and worthless, as you keep claiming on repeat, you best keep that same energy with the game you're playing right now, which has even worse charts. You can't even say that you were doing it just for B-roll because you're a Call of Duty channel, like for Modern Warfare 2, so I would love to hear your excuse for that.
I had a lot of people actually coming to that video, the one where I'm talking about the 21 Savage and Nicki Minaj skins, and of course they're brain dead fucking morons that missed the point entirely. They're just angry that I'm calling out, and I'm not even calling it out, I'm just stating facts and then showing the hypocrisy with Activision.
Ever heard the saying, people in glass houses shouldn't be throwing stones? Apparently not. Literally the perfect example of the pot calling the kettle black.
I don't want Nicki Minaj and 21 Savage and Snoop Dogg not to have skins in the game, but people will just come to like people they like's defense no matter what they do.
That sums up your audience pretty fucking perfectly. The level of cosmic irony with this guy just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Now, I'll speed this next part up since it's just him coping about more people criticizing him, and it is completely irrelevant to the topic at hand here.
Why is Call of Duty getting review bombed? Well, let's take a look on Reddit here.
Oh great, he's unironically a Redditor. Well, that explains his room temperature IQ.
Just to show you the new season, and I already know some people are going to say, well, it's not that bad, but the reason we are here right now, where we're at with the series, is because 4 years ago, when I started calling this stuff out, people not that batted, or it's not that big of a deal, their way into what we have now, which is garbage!
This guy is legitimately going to turn into the real-life equivalent of the bottomless pit Wojak at the rate he's molding right now. Also, imagine that. Different people like different video games? Damn bro, what a crazy concept. And what is wrong with that exactly? Oh wait, absolutely fucking nothing.
So take a look at this, alright? This was on Reddit. Options for unlocking the new Season 5 weapons. Activision wants to sell more Black Cell Season Passes. So this season, the regular free battle passes take longer to unlock both weapons, now requiring 35 tokens minimum, up from 30.
And this is an issue because with Black Cell you will get both weapons 10 tiers sooner if you go to the middle, which is almost negligible with how fast you can level up the battle pass, and if you go for the blueprints, you will unlock them both in 5 tiers less. And if you're trying to say that blueprints substitute unlocking the weapons, that is an objective lie, because unless you get the actual weapon unlocked, you are stuck with the blueprint attachments and nothing else. Like that is literally just a few matches with how fast you gain battle pass XP. It's literally the same energy as complaining that players who started playing 1 hour earlier than you have an unfair advantage, and equally as retarded. Not to mention, neither of the guns are really meta-defining, so you're literally at no disadvantage whatsoever for not having them. So where is the problem?
What is the problem?
5 more tokens. That might not seem like that big of a deal, like I said, but we are past the point where we can let them do anything.
This is quite literally on the same level as bitching that you not being able to play the game at the exact second the season launches puts you at a major disadvantage. And like I said before, it's equally as retarded.
Remotely negative. Call this out. Call this out. Do you play this game on YouTube? Do you make Call of Duty content for a living? Do you stream this game? Do you stream this franchise? Do you do any of this stuff? If you don't call it out, you're going to be out of a job in 5 years.
Sounds like projection. But yes, YouTube and streaming are unstable jobs and it is fucking stupid to claim otherwise. What's next? Water is wet?
That's a little dramatic, but look, I wanted to wait a few days, so I had the data from Steam charts. And before you say it's just Steam, I don't want to hear it, because Black Cell is also one of the top sellers on Steam.
Wait, didn't you say that the Steam charts are bad for this game? Well, now you are saying that Black Cell is one of the top sellers on Steam. Now, how can that be the case if the game is bleeding players? Yeah. Just another pathetic attempt at him lying, foiled by his own stupidity. You love to fucking see it.
It is. So it goes back to what I'm saying. The game sells well. The game will sell microtransactions to the people that are still addicted to it, playing it, whatever. But the majority of people are checking out, losing players, and selling bundles and passes and skins and all this stuff is not a sustainable business model.
That is quite literally what a sustainable business model sounds like. Which is why Call of Duty is the most profitable and most popular FPS series in the world. We just so happened to peak with Modern Warfare 2019 in terms of players and sales. And no, if the game is losing players, the charts wouldn't be looking how they look, and Black Cell wouldn't be selling like it is. And you stating otherwise doesn't change the fact, no matter how much you scream it does. But of course, leave it up to a guy who hasn't worked a minute of his life to tell you what makes a company successful. If you were truly so right about this, you would be the one on top leading the company, but oh wait, you aren't.
And if you look at anyone posting Call of Duty right now that is a complete sellout, their views are not as good as when, like, the game launches, for example,
No fucking shit. That's kinda how video game launches work.
or even a month or two ago when we had that controversy, because the game is boring.
Completely subjective.
I haven't said that in a while, but it is. There's no point to it. Look at the data here. Again, this is after the Nicki Minaj, after the 21 Savage, after the Snoop Dogg skins. There's no change.
I do find it endlessly ironic how his charts look even better than mine. So once again, he is proving himself completely wrong and he just doesn't realize it. And yes, now he starts repeating himself like an idiot, so I'll fast forward until we get back to the topic.
I see people saying, like, it's just Steam, yada yada, but PC is verified more of the player base than console.
Yeah, that is a complete fucking lie and you know it. Unless you have a source to back that up, but oh wait, you don't.
And we don't have hard numbers anywhere else. It'll have like top played games or whatever on Xbox or top played games on PlayStation or whatever. I don't really care unless we have hard numbers.
Top played on Xbox and PlayStation or whatever is still a massive deal. What's next? Is he gonna say that Minecraft is not profitable because I didn't see any hard numbers? This is so fucking stupid.
I don't know what top played means by their definition.
Alright, since you're obviously very slow, I'll spell it out to you. Top played means it is the most played game out of all the other games on that platform. Is that clear enough for you?
Does that mean people log in for 1 hour once a month? I think it's monthly active users is what it is, but if people log in for 1 hour once a month and play and say, hey, this game still sucks, and it gets like top played for that month, that's still not good!
You could apply that same retarded logic to any game in existence. But fortunately, we have a big enough sample size on Steam to tell us how people react. And if you look at that, the game has a consistent 24-hour peak of 8k players and more. And that means people clearly enjoy this game. It's fine if you don't like it, but trying to fearmonger about how the game is dead for attention is extremely fucking pathetic because, let's face it, you don't care if you're right or wrong, you just want attention, and well, here you go, I'm here to provide.
That's still not good, and they're not going to buy the next game if they log in for 6 months in a row for 1 hour to see that nothing's changed.
Well, that aged poorly for every Call of Duty past Infinite Warfare, and it's gonna age poorly for the next one. You cannot be this unself-aware. It's always the same shit with this guy, which is once again endlessly ironic considering he bitches about Call of Duty being the same, but as soon as they change something, he bitches and moans how it's not old Call of Duty. It's really fucking pathetic.
They did actually buff sliding, but Ace did a test and apparently it's like minimal.
Lying yet again, it is pretty fucking noticeable.
It looks better, it feels better probably, but it's like a minimal change. It took them, how long are we in? It's like I've time traveled. I've just been time traveling because I can't believe how much time has passed and how little has changed to actually improve the game. I heard we were getting a new UI. We haven't.
Excuse me, what the fuck? Where did you hear that? And if you say leakers on Twitter, then yeah, I'm not fucking surprised it didn't happen. Not to mention, it's the only way I could plausibly see you hearing about it.
I heard they were gonna fix the awful UI. They haven't. And you could say all this stuff, man. You could say all this stuff, but when basic things are that bad, it doesn't really matter. You know, like when you mess up something as simple as a working UI and you refuse to fix it, why the hell would I bother?
Spoiler alert, the UI is not the reason people buy a video game. They do it for the gameplay. And when your only valid criticism is the UI, you know you are down bad for points against the game.
With this franchise, when I have so many other things to do, so many other games to play, I'm a goddamn man. I could go camping in the desert. I could squeeze a cactus to death.
Then simply move the fuck on. You keep saying how you want to move on, but every time you end up buying the next game with the deluxe edition and the cycle repeats.
That doesn't really make sense, but I could. You know what I mean? I can work out. I can lift things heavy off the ground. I can go clothesline someone at a local wrestling show. I could probably get in with no training because I'm a YouTube Z-list celebrity.
Bruh, this guy legitimately called himself a celebrity. Motherfucker, the only reason anyone even knows of your existence is because of your spat COD rants, and they do not think highly of you because of it. This is seriously the same energy as Tyler Ninja Fortnite comparing himself to LeBron James. Like, seriously, you are not that fucking important, and no one would shed a single tear if you left the platform tomorrow, and that's the reality of it.
Does anyone out there want to see me body slam someone on thumbtacks? I could probably make it happen. I got a lot I can do to entertain myself.
Apparently not, as you've proven time and time again. When your only joy in life comes from being chronically online and making Call of Duty bad videos on YouTube, you know you have some serious problems. And I'm not even trying to be mean here.
Is the point I'm trying to make. Why in the fuck would I spend it on a video game made by a bunch of low-T men and blue-haired women, or whatever they refer to themselves as, that cannot even get something as basic as the UI right, as basic as the Call of Duty fundamentals right?
He says as he's playing Battlefield 2042. Seriously, bro. Take a chill pill or even your wig is going to lose hair. But yeah, if this proves anything, it's that he is completely unable to keep that same energy for things that aren't Call of Duty. It's almost like he's being purposefully disingenuous.
Why would I do it? Someone please give me an answer.
I don't know, to have fun? Imagine that. Playing video games for fun? Crazy, I know.
You can't find one. Let's move on though, before this video ends, let's move on and see what the actual reviews say. I think you guys will enjoy this. This is, if you think it's just me complaining, it's not, although I think one of these guys is a fan of mine. Check this out, alright? This is a real thing. They rebranded the original MW2 to Call of Duty COD HQ to hide the negative reviews that plague the store page. Hard to stomach that this company has fallen so far from grace. They're already pushing out another regurgitated remaster to siphon any money from the remaining player base. Not to mention the cannibalistic store that has begun releasing obscure packs to begin pushing away the base audience. Last COD I will ever buy.
Because that is totally not over dramatic. Newsflash retard, if they change the name, the negative reviews still stay on Steam. They cannot just remove negative reviews, because if that was the case, yours would not exist. You gotta love it how even when he's cherry picking reviews, he still makes himself look like a complete clown. And notice how none of what his reviews say has anything to do with the gameplay, and it's only more cosmetic microtransactions, because that's totally the main concern. Also, I'm gonna speed this up because it's just a bunch of microtransaction bad Reddit rants.
As far as I can tell, they are telling the truth, they have brains, and they are not afraid to speak their mind. We need more people like that in the world.
They're not lying, they're just late to the fucking party. Companies always cared about money above all else ever since business existed as a concept, and you trying to claim otherwise is completely fucking retarded. And him saying we need more people like this pretty much confirms this guy spends his days on the degenerate site that is r/gaming.
Instead, and this isn't even a Call of Duty problem, and maybe I'll cover this in a future video if you guys want to hear me rant about other random stuff, maybe not even related to Call of Duty, just with gameplay as the backdrop or whatever, but we're being lied to by a lot of things, and it's not some conspiracy theory thing, and it's not some machismo thing. I'm not trying to be some ultra masculine influencer or whatever. I truly don't give a shit what people think I am or am not.
Trust me, you couldn't have made that more clear even if you tried. But yeah, no shit, every company wants your money. They present you a product they want you to buy in the best light, and they try to convince you to buy it. It's how selling goods fucking works. And the fact it took you this long to realize that is incredibly fucking sad.
I just get up here and I speak the goddamn truth. And one thing I've noticed is that whether I'm on a social media app, or I'm on a video game or whatever, or I'm watching a big blockbuster movie, most of the time I feel like I'm being manipulated. And really, if you do the research, the way the algorithms work and the way things get you to keep playing them or keep using them, it's legalized drugs. It's legalized drugs.
Bruh, did this retard genuinely compare entertainment to fucking drugs? Yes, something you use to pass the time is totally on the same level as damaging your body through mind-altering substances. Out of all the stupid things this guy ever said, this has to be the worst one. I mean shit, I guess we should outlaw entertainment industry as a whole, because according to this guy it's on the same level as drugs, because that's totally a good idea. But yeah, with that I think I'll stop the video here. There's like a minute left, but if nothing of value has been said until now, it never will. So I guess the moral of the story here is, video games bad because they're like coke. Oh my god. Yeah, I never thought I'd live to see a human with negative IQ, but never say never, I guess. And this is probably the last video I'll be making on COD retards on YouTube, at least for a long while, because every time you think they cannot get more stupid, they somehow prove you wrong. Be sure to like and subscribe to boost me in the algorithm. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.